Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man proudly presents Comic Book Talk with Friends. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming. If you're wondering why I got this flannel on, it's because it's cold as shit in this basement tonight. But hey, it is what it is. Regardless, I'm here. Everybody else is here. And we're ready to go. I'm glad you guys are joining us tonight. It's going to be an interesting discussion. Again, as you see, as you saw through the thumbnail, it is going to be about the Batman and our, predictions / expectations of what we think is going to actually come through. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be highly entertaining. We got these guys here, the usual suspects. Mine is Vinny. I'm actually waiting to see when V's going to come through. I don't know what's going down. Hope everything is okay. But yeah, hopefully he comes through. But how's everybody doing, man?
Cooling.
You cooling, man? You cooling?
Yes,
Y'all ready
sir.
to get in the discussion tonight, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, I already saw Batman
That's
too.
good.
I'm not saying nothing.
You saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so that's news. That's news, everybody. This guy saw it, and I don't want to hear nothing. No spoilers. No
I ain't
nothing.
gonna say nothing, bro.
Don't say nothing. Nothing tonight at all. But we are going to go in on a few things, just like have a brief discussion about it and see where we are. So anyway, what's going on, man? What's up? What's going on with you? What's going on
Hear
with you, Jedi kid? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Just living life, man. I went to pick up my books today at the comic book store, and I was like, I couldn't believe what was going on with Doctor Strange. So
Yeah.
wow, the death of Doctor Strange is really crazy.
you
Now
read
we
the
got a new
Death of
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Dude, no comment, bro. I'll leave it at that, dog. No comment.
What Doc?
But,
Which Strange? You talk about
yeah,
Strange?
bro.
Yeah.
This new Doctor
Leo, have
Strange,
you read
bro.
the whole Death of Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I got them all. Yeah.
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 Don't say nothing because I haven't read it yet.
I'm not gonna
No,
say
that's what I
nothing,
meant.
bro.
You haven't read it yet. Okay.
I haven't read it yet. Like I said, it's still in my stash, but I haven't got it yet, man. So
You'll see why I'm just gonna just giggle about it and say no comment and drink my lemonade. That's what I'm gonna do,
okay.
bro.
Got you, man.
Mhm.
But anyway, butt naked. What's going on, man? How you?
Good man. No, I actually was in the mood to read a lot of Batman comics today, so I started, trying to do a little catch up because I'm way behind on my Batman books too. But I didn't think he was gonna have seen it already. My tickets are I have IMAX on Thursday at 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I know
Friday
people that know
morning,
people. I keep telling y'all.
Yeah, Friday morning I got to drive. I got to drive out of town to a wedding in Jersey. So I was like, all right, I'm not waiting all weekend because it's gonna get spoiled for me before I get back and get a chance to see it. So I'm going Thursday afternoon. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then I got this guy in this afternoon.
Oh, you got Corvus Glaive?
Yeah.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah, dude. This redeems them. I thought Ebony Maw was a really good release.
Yeah.
And then Proxima Midnight was shit. It was like, man, they really messed up on that.
Yeah.
But they redeemed themselves with this one. This is
It's better?
really good. Yeah.
I've
like
got
this
none of
one a
them
lot.
yet, man. I might get him, man. How is he posable?
Well-
Is he pretty good to pose?
Yeah. I mean, he's double jointed. The kind of rubbery material for
Yo, Vinny.
the body. So you just gotta
What
kind of be careful with that. But
Yeah.
yeah, you can pose them. You got to be careful because like the feet are these kind of like flat with like the clawed like toes and stuff.
Yeah.
Just because of the design of the character. So stability wise on that, it might be a little difficult. But I will say that like I was disappointed with Proxima Midnight. I did take out the ankle extenders, like calf extenders that they put on her, so she wasn't so ridiculously tall, like with the long legs.
Yeah.
And so now she's a lot better, and she's still not like a great release, but when she's standing by their side with Corvus Glaive and Ebony Maw, then she like it looks legit. by herself, it's like, but when she's not the focal point and it's the group,
Mhm.
looks amazing. So I'm definitely happy with this release. Like the head sculpt on this is on point. And I'm looking forward to getting Cull Obsidian in. That dude is like Hulkbuster size though, so that display is going to be a little tricky.
What was he? He was what, 250, 265 for him?
This? No,
Yeah.
No, this is cheaper than that.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
really?
cheap. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
dirt cheap. That's dirt cheap.
Yeah, this was like, this was definitely not. I don't think this was too much over 200.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to get that
But
one.
I mean, it looks really, really good. It's a solid release.
Y'all didn't warn me about Gambit, bro.
Told you it was dope.
We
With those hands. I love the figure.
Yeah, we did.
Hands, bro.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
We
we
were
did.
talking about
We've been
Gambit
talking about
for,
that for
like,
the longest time, bro.
months before it dropped.
Those
You did
hands-
say something about his
We were
hands?
all gushing over
Yeah,
it.
we
dude.
said something.
Dude,
100%
that's the only
that-
thing I'm scared of. To change out the hands, I gotta use a blow dryer every time I change his hands out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
you do.
that's why I pose him up the way I want him, and I'm leaving it. I didn't even do a
yeah,
review. I didn't do an actual take your position on it. I'm not going to because it's.
I gotta
too
put him
much
in the
headache.
cabinet. I haven't put him in the cabinet yet. I opened
can
the box
do some-
and messed with him, but
You can
I'm
do
scared,
some
bro.
stuff with that figure, but
Yeah.
it's the hands are the issue there.
Yeah.
Because like if you break the peg, it's not like it comes out with.
yo, it got the
additional slot
the cloth around the pail. Like, why they do
Yeah.
that, bro? The figure's
Yeah.
perfect.
So has done that a lot. They got to
Yeah.
stop doing that, but
Yeah.
they do. They tend to do that, but yeah, I got that with like the pose that I wanted, and I was like,
We'll just
I'm
leave
good.
it.
I can still mix up the poses with the hands that are in there, but I'm not swapping the hands out. Like
Gotcha,
what's in
gotcha.
there is
Oh,
what's
okay,
staying.
okay.
Hey, Vinny, what's going on with you, brother? You
Good,
good?
brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How was your day?
Crazy day. Some family ish, but I'll tell you about it later. Just I
Yeah.
apologize about being a few minutes
No.
late.
You
Nah,
good.
man,
You
you're
Yeah, I
good,
sound-
boy.
Do I sound okay?
sound
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm always delayed.
You good. You
right,
straight. Everybody straight. So good to have everybody here. Everybody saying what up to everybody. I'm just going to address the chat real quick before we dive in. We got 57 watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. As always, prepare for my next adventure, but you here tonight, and that's what time it is. So we got Mike Fiala in the building. Thank you for coming through. Riley Reviews, my guy. Thank you for coming through, bro.
Riley.
We got the Ben Cave. We got One Punch Man in the building. Thank you for coming through. Runs Talentino is here. Thank you for coming through, my guy, Tobar. My man Renz is always with that smoke. He got that heat. Malachi Mabane is in the building. Thank you. And also thank you for the $1.99 super chat, my guy. I appreciate that. Salute to all the Dark Knight fans. Yes, it is. It is a great time to be alive this week, bro. I can't wait to
Dark
see
Knight
it.
fans, yeah.
Jedi Pimp, don't say nothing.
Yeah, I ain't
Don't
saying
say
a word, bro.
So anyway,
It was good.
don't say nothing. We got SpongeBob Square Balls in the building. Joey Dog.
Dark Knight fans is right.
Yeah, straight up. We got let me see here. Let's see here. OG fan with Star Wars was just Star Wars. Thank you for coming through. Amber May, thank you for being here. Andreas IB, thank you for being here. Luminar 843. We got DT Artman in the building. Thank you for coming through. Max Geekdom, my guy, thank you for being here. Bob Dylan, my man, my bro. He always come through in the clutch. Bob Dylan, as always, thank you for being here, man. Let's see who else we got. Oh, man, we got quite a few people waiting in the ranks. We got the Big K. Let's see who else we got. We said my two ferns in the building. Thank you for coming through, man, as always. Brayton is in the building. Primetime Reviews. Man, let's go. Like, I'm so glad to have everybody here tonight. As you know, we are going to be talking about now. Only one person on this panel has actually seen the Batman. Nobody else has, so he's going to keep it spoiler free. He's not going to say nothing about it. We're just going to actually dive
Mr. Sneak
into
Preview. You got
exactly
sneak
right.
preview?
That's me. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, bro.
He got a chance to see it, so
Yes, I did.
he is not going to say
And
nothing.
I was hating on it. I was like, man, I ain't gonna see that shit. Fuck that. Blah 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 blah.
So just tell me one thing. Just the one thing. Did you like it?
Yeah, I have to say I liked it, bro. I was all with y'all saying like, man, how was Twilight gonna do this? But bro, it was good.
It was good. Okay,
Yeah, it was good, bro.
That's all you have to say. It was
It
good.
was long though.
Huh?
It was long though. It was long, but it
Oh,
was good.
3 hours.
I
Yeah,
expect
it was
that.
long as hell. It was long.
I
but it was
expect
good.
that. That's the expectation for it to be long, but I'm gonna be engaged, quite engaged. You know what I mean, with some popcorn and and everything. So it's gonna be good. But anyway, we are gonna dive in. Of course, you already know. This is the Batman discussion, detective or vigilante. So
Mm.
this is what we're diving into. We're going to keep it in here because, like I said, I mean, the main thing is my thing is this: we've seen the narrative already.
Mm.
We've seen the
Mm.
old narrative. We've seen the vigilante out,
Mm.
basically to he using villains and crime as a way to kind of medicate himself and his own personal demons, things that he's actually experiencing. So we've seen
Yeah.
that. We've
Yeah.
seen that iteration, but we haven't seen quite, since Adam West. Adam West was, I'm talking about live action. Adam West was the only character or the only actor in the only iteration of Batman that we've seen where he was an actual detective, like literally. Like we
Mm.
haven't seen that iteration in a minute. So,
Keaton.
A little bit
well,
with Keaton.
a
Yeah,
little
in the
bit with
first
A
one.
Keaton, a
little,
little
In
bit
very
the
with
first
little.
Keaton,
one. In the first one, a little
a
bit.
little
Not
bit with
much more
Keaton.
than Christian
Yeah.
Bale
Yeah.
examining like the bullets.
Definitely more than
in
Christian
the Dark
Bale, but
Knight.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Christian
Well,
Bale.
Bale
Nah.
did it in the second one. He did with the breakdown with the bullets. He did that with
Yeah,
the second one, but
Yeah, and Keaton did a little bit of like
Mhm.
chemistry, in the
Mhm.
'89 Batman, but that's about it. There wasn't,
yeah. So
Affleck had a few seconds of it, but not like
yeah, not
not like.
like not like it could have been. So
Mm-mm.
that's my thing. Is like we know what we want. We know the iteration that we want, but it's going to be interesting because like now the time is here, and I want to go around the panel. I'm gonna start with you, Vinny, first. Real quick, what I mean, aside from expectations and what we know, we know what we want out of this
Mm-hmm.
film. I'm gonna bring
Mm-hmm.
you in quick, Vinny.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. What is it that you want to see out of this film? Like, what do you think you would want to actually see? Like, what is it? Do you want to? Because I know that on us talking and we having a conversation, and that
Mm.
the detective variation of this character is something that we've been waiting for full on for a while, and they're talking about has the potential to go dark. We've seen like now, mind you, the embargo was lifted early this morning around 9:30, and the
Mm-hmm.
reviews that are in, and the
Mhm.
review, and I think it's sitting at like what, a 96 or 97% on
97, I think, on
97%,
tomatoes.
which
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes. So that's
yeah, yeah.
pretty good. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
damn good.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, what do you think, bro? Like, what is it that you want?
I've been one of the few people who have faced the unpopular opinion of negativity towards this film for the things
Mm-hmm.
that I haven't got to see from the trailer, but I've got to hear from interviews and hearing Pattinson and the director speak on the film, which was their direction of the decision to make it more of a grounded film, which to
Mm-hmm.
me was frustrating because it felt like, I had a hamburger Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday we went to a buffet and food was cold because they were understaffed, and it was bad service because they were understaffed, but it was like there still was a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, man, I would love to see go back Friday and when they're fully staffed and give them another shot.
Mhm.
But then they closed, and now I'm back to my only option is yet like another burger, and
Yeah,
burgers are great, and I love grounded Batman, and it makes sense. But
yeah,
we just had the potential for the extended universe shown with the Snyder cut of what comic book fans really wanted to see with a Batman who was strategic enough to interact with gods and hold his own.
hmm
And I feel like this is like a step back. So you tell me that we're going to a new burger spot, and it's the best burger spot ever, and that's great, and I'm sure it'll hit the spot. But
Mm-hmm.
part of me will wish I could still go to a buffet and have a bigger range of options. And I really I know I'm gonna love this movie because Batman is my favorite, always was, always will be, and I can't wait to see this. And I'm a art minded always, and the cinematography on this looks beautiful. The music
You're
seems
gonna love
beautiful.
it.
The color
Mm-hmm.
schemes, the palette, just the palette from the posters and stills that I've seen, just looks breathtaking. On
Mm-hmm.
all those levels, I know I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to be able to accept it and love it for what it is. But I
Mm-hmm.
also know that there's a part of me that's going to be still a little bit sad that we're not going to see them just making Ben more of a detective and being able to tell, Flash go run here, Superman punch him here, and Diana go kick here, like we've seen for 30 years in the comics and in the animated movies, and it just seems like the executives can't figure that out. And then you hear Pattinson say, like, I can't imagine Batman interacting with Superman. That wouldn't make sense. When we've seen it for 70 years in the comics.
That pissed me
We've seen
off.
it for 30 years in the animated movies. We've seen them do it in Justice League shows that won Emmys and was nominated for Emmys. We've seen it over and over again of how
it works.
Much more that character has to offer than a grounded world. And I wouldn't mind it if they were just saying that's not what we want to do. But by saying that it's not something that can be done or should be done or makes any sense, makes it seem like WB agrees and that we might not get Earth 1 Batman going forward that fits in with the Justice League and stuff like that. And that's very frustrating. So this is very bittersweet experience I feel like I'm about to have, where this is beautiful and I can appreciate it for what it is, while at the same time miss what we could have had in a universe that was just recently set up, handled very poorly, and know that there's all this shit behind us that we ain't ever gonna get.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it. It's not really a knock on Pattinson. It's not a knock on Reeves. It's more of a knock on WB and thinking that this is the only way to do this, because when we tried to work Superman and Batman together, it stunk. And it didn't stink because Batman doesn't belong with Superman. It stunk because y'all didn't know how to pick up. Y'all don't even have to read a book. Watch the pilot episode of Justice League, and
that's all you gotta watch.
To do it.
Yeah.
The very first episode of Justice League, you could have watched a 30-minute cartoon and they could have gave you and showed you more knowledge than you apparently brought into that extended universe attempt over the course of 5 years. And I feel like because that had so much critical backlash, they feel like, well, it's a lot safer if we just make it grimy and gritty and have Batman just punching up people in the street, because that's what Batman does. We can't have him be more complex than just a raging vigilante. And I don't know how much of this movie he'll be a detective versus a vigilante, but I don't want to see him just mad and crazy. That's not Batman. Batman is the most strategic person in DC, in the top 10 most intelligent minds, and he should
don't
be
do
out
their
there
homework, bro.
solving crimes and be a cold, calculated person. It takes so much to get under his skin and make him crazy and just want to like beat people up. I feel like I can't really speak on that aspect of it until I see it, to see how much of a vigilante versus a detective he is. But there's just a lot of red flags in this film that I'm going to have to like just swallow and get over to appreciate and enjoy all the beautiful things that this movie is probably going to give me along the way. But it's just very frustrating to have to constantly focus on the positives that they keep giving us, but not addressing the stuff that the hardcore Batman fans want. We want to see him solving crimes, and we want to see him being able to interact with the DC universe, because Batman is so much more than just the Riddler. He's so much more. He's so much more than just the drug dealer in the alleyway.
He's dry.
So let me
ask Luthor.
Let me ask you a question. Vinny. So what do you think? All right. So with that basically being said, real quick, I'm gonna glaze over this real quick, and then I'm gonna go to Butt Naked next. I don't even know why I said Butt Naked, but anyway, I'm gonna go to him next after you. But my question to you is, this is funny as shit, but what if, because this is what I want to kind of, and I'm not making excuses, but I want to kind of just gloss over this real quick.
Okay.
We got the Joker. Okay. So we got that with Joaquin Phoenix, where it was a different iteration. It was a standalone, and not saying that this film's going to be a standalone, because I don't believe it's going to be a standalone, but it was a totally different.
He said it was.
This Batman?
Yep, he said it's not going to be associated with the DC universe.
Itself, but they already have ideas for 2 more.
It's by itself when it's own within its. But I'm talking about a standalone, meaning like it's only one. So they were talking about the Joker was going to only be one, but there's also rumors about 2 that they're doing another one. So, but anyway, so my question to you, Vinny,
universe.
But but Vinny, this is my question to you, real quick. what if there is a possibility that we will see some of the stuff that we saw before? We're still going to see a version of Batman, just not this one. You know what I mean? Just not the one that we're getting, but there's still an opportunity to see an iteration that, you know, does deal with that supernatural value of, you know, what we got from the comics, you know, the God level theory. So what about that?
I thought about that too, because, and I'll make it quick because I know I like went on with that initial answer, but I think and for the reason why they're doing this, it's going to be, to your point, it will probably be a big success because it's probably much so less complicated to do a film like this than to do a world building film like Justice League that's similar to what Marvel is trying to do. It's probably a lot easier to control this. And when it's easier to control, it's probably a lot, when you don't have the resources set up for it to do something like what Marvel's trying to do, then a film that's more self-contained like this is going to be more likely to be successful because you can just focus on this little thing as opposed to trying to work out a plan that's going to span several movies and years of films and to lead towards something. I understand that's a lot more complicated and tricky to do. So this has the potential of being a big hit, making a lot of money, and then having WB like, well, shit, why should we try to bother coordinating The Flash and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam and all these movies and having this director need to talk to that director to make sure that this movie makes work so that 5 years later this pays off, when we could just do a self-contained film like Joker and have it make $1 billion and be Oscar nominated, and that's so much easier. And my point is, I've seen self-contained Batman universes like the Nolan verse. I've seen, you know, the Burton verse, like do that within itself and be successful. And those films are great. I love them, and I'm sure I'll love this too. But what I didn't see was them successfully do the grander scope Batman that I want to see them tackle correctly. And the more they continue to do the grounded, self-contained Batman stories, have them make $1 billion and win Oscars, the further away it seems like they'll be willing to try again for something as, you know, as ambitious as what the DCEU was when they attempted to do a build up towards a Justice League movie. Because this is much more likely to, whether it makes, no matter how much money it makes, it's probably going to be much more critically acclaimed, and they probably won't hear a whole bunch of fans bitching about all the different things that there was to bitch about when you do something as, you know, grand and a challenge as a Justice League or Superman versus Batman, when you have all these other elements, and if you don't do them properly, you're going to hear about it. So it's probably going to be a lot safer of a film direction to go. If this makes money, they'll probably be less likely to say, oh, cool, this was dope. All right, now let's get back to a Batman that, if not Ben, then somebody else that can start again with Justice League. No, they'll probably say, let's do Matt Reeves and Pattinson will get together and let's just finish out this trilogy. And then they'll just keep doing that shit, as opposed to let's try again with Justice League. I feel like that was so difficult for them to figure out that they're not going to try again, because it feels like this went a lot smoother for them with a lot less pushback, and they're just going to keep the self-contained route and just try to do one-shots and simple, down-to-earth, grounded shit, because the crossover film, the big tie-ins, the Justice League, the branching world-building, multi-film attempts that you would need DC Studios to try to fucking navigate is hard. And Feige makes it look easy, and they found out it wasn't fucking easy. And now they're just going to do this shit, which is fine for itself. But we got a taste of what it'd be like to have that other shit with DCEU. And just because they fucked it up doesn't mean I don't want them to stop trying. I don't want this being successful to mean, fuck that. That's hard. Let's just focus on this. This is a guaranteed. This is a guaranteed bill or close to it, and a guaranteed Oscar nom, and guaranteed like high praise, because we didn't try to do anything hard. So if you don't take a big shot, they played this safe. And
but okay, here's my thing.
That's
though.
whack to me, yo.
But wait. So here's my thing though. because I'm gonna revisit this conversation
Mhm.
after we see it.
Trust me. I mean, because
After we see it,
like
I'm gonna
going
revisit the
off of just what I
conversation
know, but I
next.
feel like that's what they're going for. I
Yeah,
could
well,
be wrong, but it doesn't feel like they want
yeah.
to have this be something that ties into. From what I've heard from the interviews, they're specifically saying I can't. It wouldn't make sense for Batman to interact with Superman.
With
That's probably why
Superman.
that didn't
Yeah.
work.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing: is like this. This is what I want to say though, really quick. We're talking about this iteration again. I just want to keep
I
in
get
mind.
this is like Earth 2
Just-
Batman,
Yeah, but
right?
they're
Yeah,
not. They're
I just-
not going to go off of that though. They're not going to change it from what I've
But
seen. I'm
if
telling
Earth
you.
I'm
2
not.
Batman
No.
works
But listen,
and
this
it's
is what I'm
easier for
saying.
them, why
This is
would
what
they
I'm
go back
saying.
to Earth 1?
This is what I'm
Right.
saying though.
Right.
Not this particular version, and I'm not really focused on this particular version being a tie-in because, keep in mind that, the Dark Knight was its own self-contained. It was.
Yeah,
So this
right.
is no different. This is no different
Exactly.
from that, from what they're doing. The Dark Knight
But
was
after
it was
they got
self-contained.
done that
So
trilogy,
we didn't
had to
get.
wait.
I
We
know,
had
but
to wait.
I understand
I
that.
don't
But
see
this
them doing both
hear
at
me
the same
out though.
time.
Hear me out though.
They're not going.
This is
to.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're going to do, but they are in a sense because you got to think about it. We are getting an iteration of Batman, 2 versions in the Flash. So to say that they're not going to do it at the same time, they are. So that's what I'm saying. Like we have to wait, and I don't want to stress this. What I'm just saying, we
Yeah.
have to kind of wait and see how it's going to play out. We're getting this iteration, but again, if we know there's multiple options here. We've seen Crisis.
Yeah.
We know the story about Crisis. We know that there is a multiverse within the DC universe. So we know that. So with that basically being said, there is an opportunity there. So we keep this what it is, and I'm going in with high optimism that this is going to be a good film, and that's the way I want to lay it. But I have no expectations for them to expand and bring any. And to be quite honest, from the way it looks, I don't really want them to, and I don't care if they do. Keep it grounded there with this
I don't
at
want
all.
them to with this.
But I think that they will.
I get that this world doesn't make sense for Justice League and all them to belong there. This world isn't.
Not
meant
yet,
for that.
because he's still young. It's early in the game for him.
I get that.
Not
I get
yet.
that this is separate. I get that this is Earth 2. I get this is something different. But I feel like this is an instead of, not an also.
Right. Instead of, yeah.
So,
That's
Butt Naked,
perfect way
real
to say it.
quick. I'm gonna go to you real quick, brother. What do you again in seeing this, and what your expectations are versus detective versus vigilante? Do you think there is a space and a bit for growth that this can be within its own self-contained universe, but there's also an opportunity to bring different iterations because we're going to, mind you, we're going to see it again. We're going to see it with Flash, and we're going to also see it in December with Batgirl.
It's like the year of Batman right now.
So we're basically going to see that, and I'm fine with that to get those different iterations. But again, my focus is like, okay, with this film, what do you think? Like, what is it that you initially want to see from it?
So far from the trailers and everything, I'm seeing exactly what I want to see, which is just a really well thought out story that is in Matt Reeves' wheelhouse as a writer and director, and that gives us that kind of detective side, and gives us that darker side of Detective Comics, of the Batman titles. I completely understand everything that Vinny and Jason are saying, but I'm pretty much in the opposite camp. In that, one, I think at least the interviews that I've read with Matt Reeves and with Robert Pattinson, like you said, Lael, I don't think they were saying that it doesn't make sense for Batman and Superman to interact as characters. I think it was the iteration of Batman that they are introducing in this film. It doesn't make sense to see him with like a Henry Cavill like Superman. Like this is like we said, it's more grounded. I personally am okay with that for a couple of reasons. One being that I think the majority of my favorite Batman stories over the years have been the grounded, like Batman stories in Gotham City, not necessarily, some level of supernatural mystical stuff like with Ra's al Ghul and stuff, sure, but I tend to enjoy Batman stories when they're more Batman and Gotham Central rather than Justice League, Earth level threat kind of, threatening the planet type or the universe or multiverse kind of stuff. That's just my own personal preference. So when I see a more grounded take on stuff like this, I'm okay with that, especially since, I know from a business standpoint and financially, this may seem like the safer bet, like taking the easy road. But you still have to write and direct and act and produce a really high quality film. You can't, it's not just, oh, well, we're not going to go the kind of galactic level, or we're not doing the Justice League. This is going to be a more grounded thing, so it's going to be safe. You still then got to make a good movie, because you can go that route and make a shit movie. And everything that we're hearing right now is that they knocked this one out of the park. We'll see that. I'm going to go see it on Thursday, and but I don't think we can be so quick to discount the craft of making a film like this by just calling it like the easy road or the safe road, because you still have to actually do it well. And there were a million ways that Matt Reeves could have fucked this up, and it sounds like he sidestepped all of those. So again, we'll see. We'll talk about that next week. As far as seeing him in, as seeing that kind of like interaction with all these other characters and seeing that grand scale and seeing him with Wonder Woman and all that, I'm okay with not seeing that with this iteration, because truth be told, I don't think Warner Brothers is equipped to do that. I think what we want to see, and what we would see if Warner Brothers went that route, are probably two pretty different things. And I think that I would rather the kind of gritty, like, one shots or Elseworlds like tales, like from the comics, like the Joker movie in 2019, like this movie, like the Nolan trilogy. That, again, that's not to say there won't be a sequel to that Joker movie. That's not saying there won't be a sequel to this Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman movie. But it won't be in the larger DCEU with, Shazam and Wonder Woman and Black Adam and all those. And truth be told, they haven't really nailed how to do that. And I don't have confidence in Warner Brothers to be able to nail a multi-film, multi-franchise continuity the right way. But I do have confidence in them bringing in really, really talented filmmakers to come in and make their own versions, these microcosms, their own smaller scale, but still grand in a sense, versions of a Batman movie, right? And we'll see how they handle Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck in the Flash movie, and how that continues in Batgirl and throughout the rest of the DCEU. And it's entirely possible that Batfleck dies. It's entirely possible that something happens with the multiverse and a new version of Batman pops up in that DCEU, because we can have two versions of the character going at the same time. And if they can pull it off, then great. But I'm super excited for this movie. I'm not in the least bothered by, like, oh, we're not going to get them trying to do another Justice League, massive scale kind of Batman story, because, again, I don't think Warner Brothers is equipped to manage something like that in the way that Marvel has, in the way that Kevin Feige has. But they can bring in some crazy talented filmmakers to make stuff like this, and I would rather them do that than get another 10 years of discombobulated DCEU things where we never know what we're going to get, and we end up being like happy with 50% of it, and and let's not forget, I did enjoy the Snyder cut, but there was a ton of hate going Zack Snyder's way for BVS, and even Man of Steel before that. All right, now I enjoyed those for what they were, but it wasn't until the whole release the Snyder cut thing happened that all of a sudden everybody is looking back with rose tinted glasses. But there was a lot of hate going at Zack Snyder prior to Justice League. It's just that there was more hate directed at Joss Whedon and the Warner Brothers execs after its theatrical release. So, yeah, I just, it is what it is. I think we have to kind of let that, Snyderverse just kind of be dead and buried, like let it rest in peace, and just move on to whatever, we have now. But for me, yeah, I couldn't be more excited about this film, and part of that excitement is the fact that it's going to be its own thing, and it's not going to be bogged down by the failures of the DCEU.
Definitely, man. Thanks. I mean, I'm sort of like in that space where, I'm looking at the fact that, okay, we're getting this iteration. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks, closely related to what it is I want to see. I'm just hoping that they kind of stick the landing, and I have the hopes that they would do it. Do I think that they fucked up and passed over an opportunity to give us, I mean, listen, it's hard. Put it this way. It's easy to say to get over Snyderverse. The hard part is they already set the expectation. They set that expectation by giving us Darkseid, by us seeing that universe, and also, seeing the preparation for what could happen and what it is to come. So it's like what they did was, honestly, they gave us they pulled a Howard Chan. They released an actual photo or prototype of a figure, but never released it. This is what they have actually done with, even Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. The very end, they set the expectation for something that was good to come for part two, but never seized the advantage. And the thing is, it's like, the money was right there on the table, and you just said, "Fuck it." Right. I don't want it. We don't. It's like you're in your own hubris. You're just like, what? Fuck it. I don't want the money. I'm cool. I'm good. We could just move forward, doing our own things. I'm not saying, because when it comes to the standalones, they've shown that they can create great films. But when it comes to continuity and tying things together, that's where it kind of fucks up. That's where
you got to have good writers.
Exactly. That's where it becomes a really, really, and do the research, but take your time to do shit and don't rush. And all they've done lately is rush. I agree. I understand both sides. Vinny, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Butt naked, I understand where you're coming from.
I'm in the same boat with Vinny, man. I'm telling you, like
it's not like I don't completely get Brennan's side too, because I mean, I feel like it'd be great if we had some more, like, solo films where that's just exactly their focus, because that's absolutely their strength. I just wish that just because they failed when they tried to do something more grandiose,
don't stop doing it.
That didn't mean, all right, well then fuck it.
Right. Don't stop trying.
That's all.
But I will agree, though. The one thing I do agree with is the simple fact that they can't do it. Like right now, they just can't fucking do it. Like Brendan said, they just don't know how to fucking do it. Well, so because they don't know how to do it,
they need
and
the
because
writers.
I've seen it, they need the writers. But before they even get a writer, bro, I mean, they can get the writers. That's fine, and they can do all of that, bro. But they have to get out of their own fucking way and all the bullshit that's actually entertaining. Because let me tell you like this. As much as we know, and we don't really know too much, but as much that we know that was talked about in regards to the whole Ray Fisher situation, that being one thing. Gal Gadot coming out saying what she basically said, that being one thing. The Ben Affleck situation. You know what I mean?
They treated them like shit, man. All of them, bro.
Yeah, all of that. So when we're thinking about these things, it's like, okay, that needs to be cleared up before you can move forward to attempt to do anything. And the problem is, because of the expectation that was set, it's going to be hard to go back and do a reset, because people saw what you did previously and they knew it was a hell of a good job. That's not a cut, regardless of what you say. Now, was there a lot of plot holes in that? Yeah, there still was. It wasn't a perfect film, but it was good for what we got, and it set the expectation for something good to come. But they fucked it all up. You know what I mean?
You got execs that didn't even know that Krypton was gone. Like, come on, bro. Like, they think Superman can go back home anytime. When I heard that, it's like unbelievable.
That you're saying don't stop trying.
No, but I'm saying
those same
you have to
that
get,
fucked those up
but you have to get the right
that,
people in those positions to write those stories and do their research. That's my
I understand.
queef.
You have to. There's a lot of people that you have to get into the right positions. You have to get the right writers. You have to get the right producers, the right directors, the right actors.
Don't just give up on the idea, man.
Parts on all of this stuff, but you got to remember. See, I hear what you're saying. But remember, we got into a heated debate not too long ago because you were like, I'm not even going to see The Flash. I'm not even like fucking with that. It's trash. I'm not even going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly why there will be hesitancy on the part of a studio to go on that kind of like big like Justice League level scale with a character like Batman versus doing these kind of more isolated, grounded pieces. Is because fans like yourself have said, you guys fucked it up. I'm not even giving you a chance. I'm not going back to the theater to see this Flash movie. I don't like what you're doing.
Right.
So it's like you can't say fuck you, I don't like this, and I'm not giving you my money and going to the theater to even give you a chance again. But at the same time say don't stop trying.
Well, don't call a movie Flashpoint and then change it in the middle of the fucking month to something else.
You're getting into like the semantics and stuff. I understand that, and we all agree that they need to get the right people in the right roles to make these movies good. But the point is, if fans are like studios, just in general, are not always going to have the best understanding of the source material. And until there is
that's
an
where they
actual
fail.
DC studio, I understand where nobody's arguing with you on that point. But until they actually have like a DC Studios, like a Marvel Studios, where they are writing for their own existing IPs instead of it being Warner Brothers making these films, okay?
Right.
Until that happens, what we are talking about is not going to change. So asking them to do more is just asking them to do more stuff that you're going to hate. Right?
Now, this particular film, though, you didn't have to have an introduction of Superman or whatever, because it's still him in the young stage of being Batman. You know what I'm saying? But when Reeves said that, there's no Superman, there's no whatever in this universe at all for the next movie or the next movie, I'm like, what the like? That's what we went through with Nolan.
Version of the character that he's writing, and he's trying to tell a story that does not involve space and a Green Lantern or a Superman.
I can see that for the first film, because he's still young. Maybe even for the second, because he could be mid-age in the second film. You know what I'm saying? But for the third, if you're gonna have 3 movies. We went through that with Nolan, bro. Like, come on, like
that that's not fair, because it's his universe that he is creating this story in, and you got to remember, when you go to certain, like in Marvel and in DC, when you go from one Earth to the next, not every Earth has every character. There are Earths that don't have a Superman. There are Earths that don't have a Batman. There's nothing wrong with him being on an Earth that doesn't have those cosmic level things. That is
right.
That is the lens through which Matt Reeves wants to tell his version of a Batman story. And there's nothing wrong with him saying, no, in this one that I'm making, Superman is not a thing. This is a grounded universe. In Nolan's universe, there was no Superman. Like that, it wasn't a thing.
I don't mind that. My point is, why is WB putting all their cards
same thing over
and
over
directors again that feel like those worlds don't work on film?
Because you guys because
I don't have a problem with
different.
That's not true.
This is the first take of comics. I want everybody out there to know that this is the first take. This is called.
It's not true.
This is like ESPN's first take, but for comics. I just.
Oh yeah, we do it. That's how we do. Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm completely cool with Matt saying, I don't want to do that.
Right.
I would respect that. He's
Right.
saying that won't work. That's like
That's the
me,
part that messes
that's
up
like
everything.
me trying to do something at my job and not doing it and being like, it's impossible to do.
Just won't
not
work
that
this
I didn't figure it
time.
out or I shouldn't try again.
He's
And
saying
I'm not
that
saying
in the thing he
let's not have
created, it
Batman
won't work.
until they can, I'm not saying let's not have Batman until they can figure it out. I wouldn't mind if Matt and Robert Pattinson were simply saying that isn't what we want to do here. They're saying that doesn't work.
Says
It
it don't
doesn't
work.
make sense. It doesn't make sense to have those characters together. Now,
In the world
WB
they've created.
hired them and have put them as the face of Batman for the foreseeable future because there's no way that they're doing some other DCEU Batman. They're going to ride this out for a trilogy. I guarantee.
Right.
So
Right.
if their money is behind somebody who feels like
Superman
like
and Wonder
that,
Woman don't need to be there.
that's my problem. If
Right.
Matt just if they're simply saying that's not what we want to do, because that's what Nolan said. Nolan said
Mhm.
that's not what I want to do. I want to do a Batman movie like Heat, and I was like, okay, cool. If Matt Reeves said I want to do another Batman franchise like fucking Heat or like Nolan's verse, I would be cool with that. But that's not what they're saying. They're saying those types of movies don't work,
Right.
and that is frustrating because if WB is,
What interview did he say that those types of movies don't work?
I'll look it
He's
up for
saying
you,
that's
Brandon.
the movie
I'll look it
he's
up.
not
He's said it.
creating.
He's said it plenty of times. And then okay, we talk about things that wouldn't work. I mean, even in Man of Steel, there's a part where they're fighting in space. You got a Bruce Wayne satellite that Superman crashed into. So even in that world, the Bruce Wayne existed.
In
The
which
Nolan
one?
Bruce Wayne in Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's the DCEU. That's the
Yeah,
extended universe.
but I'm saying they did the tidbit to just show you that they exist in the same universe. It could be done. You don't have to show Superman. You don't have to have him flying around Gotham City or nothing like that. But to just say that you're not going to have him at all, period. Like I get it for the first film. This is his birth into
I get it for this whole
detectiveness.
universe.
Okay,
But
so
count him out.
I get it
Period.
for, I get it for this whole
Count him out.
universe.
Period.
wait. So
Come on,
here's my
yo.
thing.
It don't work.
Real quick. I don't want you to get because we're talking about this film, The Batman, right?
Yes, sir.
But so we're talking about this, but keep in mind, in the Nolan verse, there was no Superman. There was no Flash. There was none of those heroes, not even a Wonder Woman, and
That's
not
what
one
we're saying.
mention of
But
them.
it's the same thing.
But this is what I'm saying, though. It was still a successful franchise.
Same thing with Keaton.
And a lot of people basically still loved it. Same thing with Keaton. There was no mention of anything else, any other hero, because they kept it within the confines of that particular universe. So here's my thing. The reason why I'm sort of okay with that, and I'm not saying that I'm fine with it, because I'm not, because I'm gonna keep going back and I'm gonna say that they fucked up on an opportunity to merge and to do things the right way and give us something that was cinematic and expand on that and make it a trilogy. The Justice League could have been a dope ass trilogy and they could be making money right now. So I already know that. But at the same time,
man, them second two movies would have been awesome.
Exactly. But at the same time, this is what I'm saying. The Nolan verse didn't do it, okay? And everybody was completely fine with it. And there weren't really that many conversations about it because it was centered around. I wasn't
really fine with it,
but it was centered around just the story of Bruce Wayne, and it was a continuation. It was something that they wanted to make cohesive within that particular trilogy, and they did it well because it didn't call for that much of a level of a threat. It didn't call for a Superman level a level or a need to have that because it wasn't a Superman level threat. Nor was it a Wonder Woman level threat.
It took over
you know
the
what I mean?
city.
But but at the same time, it's also showing you, and the only thing that they missed on the opportunity was the simple fact that they had Bane take Batman out in crucial moments when he could have been a detective. But I understand where they were going. But Nolan, the way he wrote it, didn't give that space to breathe for us to see that version of Bruce Wayne as a detective. We didn't get a chance to see that. So this is why we're having this discussion, because we've seen that same narrative of a vigilante
at least twice.
But we haven't tapped into the detective version. So this is what I want y'all to realize. Understanding that maybe we're not getting the film that some of us want, and maybe there are missed opportunities. Let's put all of that right now behind us, and let's focus in on the simple fact that now we have the opportunity to possibly get that aspect of what we want to see. So the thing is, I understand. It's like I don't want to always have the DC discussions and it be a Debbie Downer, because the thing is, I have hope and I still collect the comics and I still know that they can actually do shit. But what I'm saying is,
interaction is a different conversation. I
know.
definitely concede that. So I'm definitely like combining the two topics of like concern for me. But as far as the detective point, I haven't seen enough of the trailers of the film to say that this won't also be a detective movie like I want to see, which would be a double, red mark for it. It might be a great detective film that'll scratch that itch that I've had for a Batman, movie for almost forever, because we watched, we read Batman comics and we watch Batman animated series and Batman in the Justice League, and we watch him be the person that's figuring out what's going on through detective skills all the time. And then we've seen years and years of films in the modern era of just Batman being someone who's upset and fueled with rage and just beating shit out of people. And then you have all these other people figuring out what to do and why as the brains. They've like offloaded the brains part of Batman into other characters so that he can focus on just being a great fighter, and he's not even a great martial artist in most of these films anyway.
We gotta have a part 2 to this, man.
I want to have a Batman be what Iron Man was in Iron Man 3 when he had a hologram layout figuring out Happy's murder. I want to see Batman be what Robert Downey Jr. was in Sherlock Holmes when he's fighting someone and in his head thinking about 4 or 5 steps ahead what different fighting positions and moves and tactics he's going to use, and figuring out like he's a detective. Like I've always joked, like if you take out the joke, the Sherlock Holmes movies are the best Batman movies ever, because that's how, if you read a Batman comic and read his narration that's going on in his mind, that's how the hell his mind works. He's always thinking ridiculously far in advance, and in a lot of these films we don't see Batman going through clues. We just see Batman like doing cool shit. We just see Batman like doing cool, stunts with this Batmobile and Batwing and fighting and like just beating the shit out of people, and that's cool. But it also like there's more to him than that. He's not just a brawler. He's not just a lot more raw like anger and rage. He's not Wolverine. So I'm hoping that there's definitely detective, presence in this to offset all the other stuff that is another story that we're not getting. I would really hope that if anything is to come from them going a different grounded direction with this, that if we're going to do grounded movie again for Batman, that at least he's finally intelligent, strategic detective, and not just somebody who's like emo and angry and raged over his past. That's not Batman. Batman is in control.
So, all right, Jedi Kid, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because you've seen the film.
I'm not going to say nothing.
I don't say a word. I don't want you to say anything.
Yes, sir.
But what I want to know from you is, as far as, I mean, because we've seen the iterations of the Batman. We've seen the different iterations. We've seen the Nolan verse. We've seen, Batfleck. We've seen the Keaton version. You know what I mean? We've seen all these different iterations of Batman. So when you think about all of them and you compare this one to them, does it stand in its own place? Does it stand in the position that, okay, it holds my only thing is, do you think it holds its own?
I think it can live on its own two legs. This one. I went in like Vinny, bro. I went in with zero expectations. I'm like, man, this movie, I'm not went in, but I saw it on, with an open mind, and I didn't really give a fuck when I watched it. And then I watched it and got into it, like, oh shit, like this is not what I expected at all. I think Pattinson did a great job, but man, what's my man? The Penguin, bruh. The acting chops, and you don't even see Colin Farrell at all, dude. Like he is gone. It's like
Yeah.
he's acting like a man possessed. I think he outdid Pattinson in my book. Catwoman, she was good. You want more from her. But
She's
the
beautiful,
movie, oh yeah. You're gonna see her. Trust me, you're gonna see her. You're gonna go away with a lot of I guess satisfaction as a Batman fan.
Cool.
But it's a standalone, man. You can't really like compare it to Ben. I mean, some parts of Ben, um, maybe Keaton, but I don't see. He's more comic booky. If that satisfies anybody watching,
Right.
without giving away too much.
Bro,
He's
is there after
really.
credit?
I don't want to say that, bro. I don't want to say
Okay,
that.
I mean that's not a spoiler if there is or not. But
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but
Okay.
you're gonna be surprised at the ending too. It's gonna be like, whoa,
Okay.
because it ends pretty effed up. But you're gonna be
I was just curious if there's something after the credits. I'll
you're gonna
Google
you're gonna be happy. And then to me, don't take kids under 6. Like if you're going like 16, 17, 18, and then girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever. But like little kids, nah.
There's
It's
a big
just
gap between under 6 and 16 to 17.
you know what I mean.
What are we
Little
talking
kids.
about?
We're not just teenagers, bro. 16 and up. But don't take the little kids to see this movie because it's it's good. It could be almost R. What is it? PG-13?
Yeah.
It's PG-13, but I
Yeah, it
think
should be. It
it's
should be
as
R,
close
bro.
to R as it could be before.
There were people upset about it being R. I was like, "There's no way they're coming
Yeah,
out with
it should be
Too much
R,
money.
bro. But it's
Yeah.
all like this whole setup to like the very end, and then you're like, what the hell? It's gonna be a sequel. It'll be a part
Okay.
2. But
Okay.
he's really more like the comic to me. He's not like any of them. I can't really compare him to the other ones. But he has Ben's veracity as far as that. You'll see. You'll see.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
you'll see. You'll be satisfied.
But
Like I said, I went in like, man, I don't know why I'm gonna sit down and watch this, but whatever. I'm watching it for free, so whatever. So I watched it and I felt okay, but it's a standalone. It's definitely like it can hold its own by itself, because all the acting chops that are in the film. But you'll see.
okay. So let me ask you this question then, because I'm hearing what you're saying right now.
Mm-hmm.
So after watching the movie,
Mm-hmm.
based on the conversation that we previously had,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that there is a space to bring in a Kal-El or a Diana? Do you think that the world that they've created, do you think that there's a space?
Not until
to
the
bring
third
him
one,
in?
bro. Not until they make the third, because the second one's going to be still grounded in Gotham City. And when you watch it to the very end, you'll call me up and say, "Oh, okay, I see why you said that."
Okay. So,
Because
but what you're saying is that right now, it's not a space where
no, right now it's
Okay.
early on. It's still early. on, so there's no room for Superman or Wonder Woman or Flash or Aquaman. There's no room for that right now.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
him and like what's my book
Year
Oh
one,
my
but it's year
God.
2, really.
Yeah,
Which
was
is
it
another-
This is year 2.
year
Yeah, which
two,
is another reason for it. Which is another reason for that.
Right.
To make
So
sense
I
for it to
understand
be
that
separate,
now. I'm just saying
because
when
you
he
wouldn't
said
want
not
a year
at
one
all,
Batman.
right? That's what turned me
Yeah.
off when he said not at all. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I can see the first and the second movie. Yeah, that's the setup. He's still young. You know what I'm saying? But the third one, you know what I'm saying? Come on, you're gonna have to see Wonder Woman, Superman at some point. Because they're doing
you got
world
3
shit.
Nolan movies, and you never saw.
But that was my complaint about that too.
But you have to realize with the Nolan movies, there had yet to even be the Marvel films. Like the idea of
Right.
Superman and Batman in a movie together
It's
was
been around
almost
for years.
impossible.
Years.
Now that we got it, we're all
Mhm.
spoiled. It's hard to go backwards. It's
Mhm.
like if they did it's like if they said Spider-Man will no longer be in the Avengers movies, and
Like
it would
what?
Yeah, but
and-
the difference
and
is
that would be fine.
Marvel did that well. Everybody
Yes,
hated
yes.
the way
My
DC
point
did it,
is-
so I don't think we can say we're spoiled.
But
on
the
that.
thing
Now,
is, we already saw it.
Let me finish my point though, so you can see if you agree or not. Though my point is, if whatever reason, like remember how like if it worked out where that relationship died and no longer we were going to see Spider-Man and Avengers movies crossing over together, and they rebooted Spider-Man, and the director said it wouldn't make sense for Spider-Man to be on the same team as the Avengers. That would be ridiculous. You'd be like, what? They already did it. It's like, even if they didn't do it as well as you would have thought, it still would make sense.
I mean,
now,
I
it might be
dope,
great.
anytime.
Now
where
it
they
might be
called it-
great.
Batmobile
It
was
might
dope.
be there could be another Spider. I could live with another Spider-Man movie down the line, and they don't got shit to do with Avengers or any of the other Marvel characters. Spider-Man's a strong enough character on his own. Batman for damn sure is a strong enough character to have a movie where he don't have to deal with Green Lantern or anybody. That's not my point. My point is saying that it doesn't make sense.
Shout out
She
real
said it
quick.
makes-
Shout
she
out,
said it
shout
makes
out,
no
shout out to shout out to my guy Seamus, man. Thank you for coming through, bro. Got to get you on the show sometime, man. Maybe Monday's show after we've watched the Batman, we can bring you in and get your thoughts, bro. I'll be interested. Seamus, let me know, man. If you can come in on Comic Book Talk with Friends on Monday, it'll be interesting. So holla at your boy. Let me know, man. We got to get you on here. We got
hold
a
on,
super chat.
Monday we can do spoilers on Monday.
Hell yeah.
Already be out then.
Oh, okay.
It already
All
be
right,
out.
bet.
Hell yeah.
All right.
We gonna do
All right,
hell yeah. If people don't need to watch the show if
Monday.
they ain't seen it, you'd be stupid not to see it.
All right,
Because
bet,
it's gonna
bet.
be some spoiler talk next fucking week.
On
Yeah,
Monday.
we gonna be diving in Monday.
We're
Bet.
gonna
All
dive
right.
the fuck in.
right.
I hope Brendan got butt naked with Batman paint on his chest. So we going
Brendan
deep.
gonna see it.
Yo,
y'all gonna
so
see it.
I got Thursday afternoon.
there you
Yeah,
go.
Brendan gonna see it. Brendan gonna see
Christopher Bouchard writes, I want to know how was the Batmobile?
it. The
Can't wait.
Batmobile was like
It's a muscle car.
a freaking what year Mustang? Like a 76 or 78 Mustang on like steroids and like HGH and jet fuel. It was crazy, bro. The Batmobile is stupid, bro.
So
It's
would
one,
you,
one thing.
if Zach, I hope Jazz makes it, bro. You think he's gonna make that one?
I think he will.
He
might-
keep
he's got a
teasing
lot in the
pictures of it,
pipeline,
bro.
So he's gonna have to clear some out first. But I think
Yeah,
will
he
probably.
said he has the line. He said basically that he has the line and he can do it. But it also just keep in mind that
If
Hot
he
Toys
does it, I'm
has the
getting it,
line
yeah.
as well, and they can produce one. Because I'm telling you, they're watching Jazz Inc. So okay, I'm gonna ask you
You
this
think Hot
question.
Toys are gonna do it?
I think they possibly could. They've done that. They've done pretty much.
They've already done the Bat Pod. They're doing.
They've done the Bat
Tumbler.
Pod. They've done the Tumbler.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah, the
You
Tumbler
feel me?
and
So it's
DeLorean,
something that they
so-
could definitely do. Let me ask you a
Bro,
question.
that Batmobile is stupid, bro.
With
Go
that
ahead,
being
go
said, though, and after you've seen this movie, would you get the Pattinson 1/6 scale?
Why you always gotta
figure?
do that to me, bro?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Why you always gotta ask me that, bro?
Yeah, it's a
Why
fair
you
question,
always
bro.
tryna Put me
You
out
got
there like that, dog.
it's a fair question.
You ain't asked but naked that shit early. You
Yo.
gonna ask me now? That's some bullshit, bro. That's
Would
some
you do
bullshit.
it? Would you?
You know damn well that. You know damn well that's a yes.
You got to answer the question because look, you went and saw it, so you have to answer the question.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna get it.
I told you, he would have said no right away if it was a no.
And y'all know, all three of y'all know that I was not even in on this film at all, bro. But like, I gotta get it, dog. Like,
Got him.
I ain't gotta lie, bro. Like,
Got him.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm mad you
Okay.
tried to play me out first instead of asking but naked, but that's cool.
Oh,
though.
sir,
You got me.
let me ask you a question.
You got
One
me.
more
You got me.
question, and I'm gonna let you
You got
go.
me.
I mean, I'm not gonna. We ain't
I'm
gonna talk
getting
about
that,
it.
and thank you, Catwoman. I'm getting that too because Catwoman is
So how was she?
she was dope, bro.
Was she dope?
I think that wow, man.
She was just say she was dope.
Eartha Kitt has been like number one
Yeah.
Catwoman, even over. I mean, the movie sucked. She was a good Catwoman, but the movie was it was awful. So I can't even
Yeah.
put her even in there. But Eartha Kitt has always been like number one as far as the Catwoman to me. But yo, Kravitz, yo, she is a beast, dog.
Okay.
I think her acting chops explode in this film, bro. Like really,
Gotcha.
like big time. Like she stepped her game like
So
up
she comes into her
like
own,
10 million.
her own.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro. Yeah, you're gonna see the growth. Like she got mad growth, mad range. The interaction between her and Bruce, and then her and Batman is totally different. Like it's dope, bro. Like it's yo,
I'm glad
and
they
this is
started
a
again because
time.
Hathaway wasn't it.
This is a time I think in Batman's life and Bruce's life where he's I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, don't.
I'm Monday.
Don't even say
Yo,
nothing.
yeah, I won't
One
say
day
nothing.
we gonna
I
go
won't say
deep.
nothing.
We'll go
Yeah,
in,
y'all,
we'll get
y'all,
on.
One day we gonna go deep.
Well,
y'all will watch it.
Before we move on to anything, because
Yeah, y'all will watch it. Y'all
I
will
think
watch
we
it.
need to clarify.
But Zoe's acting
about
is dope, bro.
what-
It's
I think
Gotcha.
we need to hold on. I think we need to clarify something about what Matt Reeves has actually said. All right,
Mhm,
quotes.
mhm,
All right, this
mhm.
is from his interview
Mhm.
about Superman. I
Mm-hmm.
suppose it's not impossible to believe that somewhere down the line they could connect to something else, but that was not my interest in this, and it's not my interest in what we would do in follow-ups at the moment either. I feel the whole point in us working with this incredible cast and this incredible crew to realize this movie that sort of, I really believe, is a fresh and different version of these characters, is to pursue every ... There are a lot of great characters in the Gotham world, and so the idea of leaning into that's really my interest right now. And then he said, in this
something to say
movie,
about that.
even further, I think what I did in Planet of the Apes and Cloverfield, I tried to find the practical, believable version, Reeves said. If suddenly in the Batman world, the one that he's making right now, you discovered that there was an alien that was Superman, there'd be a lot of shock. I mean, people would have to say, oh my God, and maybe that would be the one fantastical element. But to be honest with you, that is not the intention at this point, to figure out how to make that come. Look, we should be so lucky that this is a world that people embrace and they say, oh my God, we want to see what would happen when these things collide. I think if that challenge ever presents itself, it would be an exciting one to explore, but I'd have to try and do it through this lens. You know what I mean? And that is absolutely right, that at the moment, to me, this world is the place that I want to focus. So at no point did he say it was ridiculous, it was unbelievable, it don't
Pattinson,
fit
like we were
together.
talking the other day, like can Superman be into
I'm
it? But
talking
he's just a
specifically.
guy with no powers.
I'm talking. Hold
he's just
on.
a guy
I
in
am
a cape.
Hold on.
Like, it's
I
Superman.
am talking.
They're like,
Hold
so?
on. I am talking specifically about Matt Reeves, the filmmaker here, which you guys have repeatedly said tonight that he said it is unbelievable and wouldn't fit and doesn't make sense. He did not say that. He is open to it. It is not the story that he is looking to tell right now. That is fact.
My thing on
I
that,
ain't gonna argue with it anymore. I'm gonna drop it.
You can't because those are his exact
yeah.
words.
Like I
But
said, I'm
he
gonna drop it.
Yeah. Because on that one, he has said stuff like that. But the way this movie ended, like I said, there's no room for Superman in the first one or the second one. The third one, if he makes 3, maybe you can have an introduction. But the first 2 is still
We're still on 1.
Still year 2. Still year 2 in the first one, and probably be maybe year 4 in the second one. You can't do it because the first one and the second one are going to connect because of the way this first one ended. You'll see.
Cool. So I want to say this.
I'm
gonna say this real quick. Honestly, the where we kind of like get lost, and I didn't, I have to say this like because like I said, this is where we are. Like I have to say this really quick. Where we get lost is when points need to be made when we're talking about fictional characters, and on top of that, it's a film. Film that one person on the panel has actually seen. Not all of us have actually seen yet. And we're going off of the words from directors, actors, this, that, and the third. In my mind, I can give 2 shits about what they say. I want to see how you portray on camera. So I don't want this to turn into like a one-up, this person versus that person, this person, whatever said. I mean, because the thing is, it's like the conversation that we need to have is whether or not the film's good or whether or not it's bad, and whether or not they're going in the right direction.
The film was good, man.
And that's what I'm saying. But what I
It got
basically
past me,
feel,
so it's definitely
I
good.
feel like there are points on both sides that have been made. I strongly agree with what Vinny is saying is when you're presenting an opportunity to create and you've opened the door, it's like, you know, it's like basically,
And you say fuck you.
no, it's like this. It's like it's like
the
Kanye
fans.
dropped a pair of Yeezys, right?
Right.
He dropped those Yeezys and we all want them shits.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're behind a fucking glass
And you can't buy them.
and you can't fucking buy them.
They're only for display. Like what the fuck?
And they're
Like,
only for fucking display and they're only for him to basically watch. That's what
bullshit.
I feel as though the WB and Warner Brothers is doing with the franchise and the opportunity to expand. I get that point. And that's a fucked up place to be in when you have so many individuals
right.
that want to actually. I can't see. The thing is, it's easy to say, fuck, you know, or forget the Nolan verse. I can't
Right.
forget it
You
because the thing is, you've already opened that door. And that's the problem that I have is you've opened that door and it hasn't been fucking finished. So if you had no way or if you had no intentions on doing it,
Why open it?
why the fuck did you let him release that fucking film?
Why let him open
And that's what a WB
Yep.
literally fucked up.
Yep.
Because if you had no intentions on doing it, right?
Why fucking open the door?
Why the fuck did you let him do that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That is the shit that I don't fucking understand.
Yeah, that
and
shit
then
pisses
on
me
top
off.
of that, you fucking shit yourself out of bricks of money, stacks of fucking money that you could have made if you would have put that fucking film in a fucking theater. If you would have put it
That
in
shit
theaters,
pissing me off.
it would have
Yep.
made some fucking bread. But no, you didn't want to do it. You decided to release it on HBO's platform because you wanted to get some fucking subscribers. Okay, you made your fucking point and you did it. But then you actually let the man do it, tell the story that he wanted to fucking tell, and then release a cut that delivers on cylinders where it's like, okay, whoa, now
Right.
we get a chance to see where this is going.
Now
You
let's make
give us
money.
fucking Dark Side and teasing us that it's a fucking threat.
Right.
You give us the
then
fucking
take him away.
nightmare, and then you take it away.
And you give us all
is
that.
the shit
And you
that
give us all
fucking
that.
pisses
That's
me
crazy,
off.
bro.
That is the only
hate
thing.
that shit.
But
Yep.
besides that, when I put that aside, because I got to come back down to earth. I just
Yeah.
wanted to say that real quick. I have to come back down.
Yeah,
Besides that, you gave us the Joker. It was a fucking
Right.
masterpiece.
Right.
And I loved it.
Right.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. So that I fucking get. You gave us that.
But they consider him what? Elseworlds?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you
Elseworlds, okay.
you
Yeah,
can't
it's like
mad at us
one-shots.
for wanting more
Was that
Snyder
the
Verse
Elseworld
type
Joker,
of
right? One
cross
shot?
continuity just because Joker was dope, or just because Nolan movies were dope. So just because they gave us movies that didn't have shit to do with the other DC characters, don't mean that we're wrong for wanting to see DC moving forward, where that's a possibility. And then, granted, it may be a possibility, but it seems like this is going to be a trilogy where it's not a possibility, which means another
And
10 years. We
I
gotta wait on
honestly
that shit.
believe
That's
that Ben
frustrating.
Affleck he's as much as he said in an interview in an interview he said
Don't think that Ben
enjoyed
Affleck
working-
didn't love Batman, bro. He loved Batman. Don't think
Yeah.
he
He
didn't
said he
love
loved Batman.
Yeah, he
just said
did.
It wasn't
He-
healthy for him to play
he
the
loved
role
it.
anymore.
and he said it was unhealthy for him to play it based on the simple fact that he spent time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears creating a character and then writing a script that Matt Reeves himself said was dope as fuck.
He said it was dope. He said it was dope.
He said
Yep.
it was dope. He loved it. He loved the rendition, and he himself felt as though we should have got it, but we didn't.
Yep.
This is where, and there's an opportunity to do it. The thing is, DC, listen to me.
And Matt
real
Reeves
quick.
don't even get along with Ben like that.
WB, listen to
That's
me
the
real
thing.
quick. I am not asking you. I mean, you know what? Fuck this. I am not asking you, motherfuckers, to give us everything. I'm not trying to ask you to form. You don't even have to follow the blueprint
Say it.
that Marvel has created.
Tell it.
Create your own fucking lane.
Tell it.
But when
Yep.
you open the door for opportunities and you fuck up, right? You
Right.
open That door was wide the fuck open. And there were so many opportunities for
Such
you
a
to
fucking
play.
fumble.
For you to fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. You want to make, and you've already made a point with the Joker that it lives in its own universe. And you were successful. Got $1 billion film, Academy Award nominated film. You got that. Best actor. You got that. You got what you wanted.
1.5.
Okay. So now you give us the Batman. I get that. You want to basically create another universe, another story to tell. And I'm hype about that. Can't wait. But this is what I want you to understand. You gave us Darkseid. When you did that, you fucked up. Because you let everybody see a power on a scale unimagined in this fucking universe. And you're on and you gave us the Nightmare. What the fuck was y'all thinking, motherfuckers? What the fuck? I'm sorry. You are, listen, WB.
You're right, man.
Sometimes you have to admit,
Up.
that regardless of the good that you've done, you've also fucked up. Plain and simple. So I see both sides. I wouldn't want in this universe, especially with this version of Batman, I would not want, honestly, right now at all, to see you bring those characters in, because you have to tell this story and it has to be fleshed out. Do that. Do it the way you basically want to. And I commend you on that. I commend you. If you want to give us the Joker too, go ahead. That's fine. Do it. Tell that particular story.
Yeah.
But when you open the door on these other fucking characters and then you fucking forget it, and you don't, and then you fucking sleep on Henry Cavill, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? So this is what I'm saying. I can't compare y'all motherfuckers to Marvel anymore. And I'm done doing that. I don't even mention that anymore because Marvel's in their own fucking lane. So I'm not mentioning that. But what you motherfuckers need to understand is that you opened the door to a toy box that was huge. And you let us see it. And you let us
say, don't play with it.
Yo, it was basically like, me, and I'm sorry to say that since she'll probably punch me in my face for saying this. It's like me meeting my girl for the first time, right? And we've gone on so many damn dates. We've had dinner. I paid money out the ass. We've sat down. I've taken her to concerts, games, and everything, right? And I am so hyped because I know that one moment is going to come. And we get in the room. And I take off my clothes. And I got baby oil all on my skin. Glistening like a motherfucker. And then she says,
time.
all you can do.
Cheeks time.
All you cheeks motherfucking time. And she says, all you can do. All the fuck you can do is put the tip in and dip it right out. And then you're done. That's what the fuck y'all did to this fucking universe. Congratulations for being some fuck ups. But I hope you can improve. I hope you can improve.
Leo, that was the perfect analogy. That was the perfect analogy. I'm gonna tell you why though. Because see, the thing is, if that happened, and then the next night you got a second date, and you would go through that whole fucking ordeal one more time, thinking that you're gonna make it, you're gonna get a different outcome this time, and then that second time when it doesn't happen, the third time you're gonna go through it again because you think that you can finally get it right that third time, and it's a never-ending cycle. And that's the same thing with WB, man. Because they know they're just making billions of dollars, and they know that you're gonna come back for the next one. Even if you're pissed at this one, you're gonna come back for the next one. That's just their business. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying I agree with it. But those guys that are making those films, they're not the Kevin Feige's. They don't have a passion for these IPs. They don't care that you saw Inside the Toy Box and that you saw Darkseid.
You're right. They don't give a fuck.
They're seeing dollar bills. That's all they're seeing. So it was the perfect analogy because it doesn't matter how many times you get disappointed at the end of the night. Next day, you're going back for seconds. You're going back for thirds. You go because you think it's going to be better this time. It's going to be better this time. And it's not going to be better the next time. That was the perfect analogy, not for the reason you intended.
And what's crazy?
It's perfect.
What's crazy is, like I
I mean,
said,
Latoya's gonna beat the shit out of you later, no question about
oh
that.
no,
but
she gonna love that boy. She might be ready to go upstairs. He don't know.
Oh, I got her
she's
hype.
like
After watching
snapping a
that,
belt
she hype
upstairs
now.
right now. That motherfucker will
Yeah,
become
she hype. She hype now.
I thing is, I'm
But-
seeing this discussion right here was needed.
We gotta
on
have
so
another
many
part
different
to this.
perspectives. Oh, we
Especially
are
after
because
Monday.
Yeah,
after Monday,
Yeah,
after
Monday.
Monday,
After
we're gonna
Monday,
have
bro.
this discussion. We're gonna talk about it. But my problem is, it's like, yo, if we were talking about a Marvel film, would it be this saucy?
No.
That's
No,
the problem.
because
It wouldn't.
Marvel
Vinny was
has a
like,
blueprint.
no.
Marvel has
Marvel has a
earned
blueprint.
trust.
They have a
They've earned
blueprint.
trust.
They've
They have
earned
blueprint.
trust, and that's the
And they have a
thing.
blueprint.
They've
DC
earned the right to make mistakes.
Right.
Yeah, they have.
blueprint.
They've
They have a
they've
blueprint.
earned the right, and
And they earned the trust.
they've stumbled over and made mistakes.
Because they've made, and when Marvel fucks up, it's
Oh, you
look
know
at
when they
internal-
mess up.
Like look at the
Look at Captain
look
Marvel.
at the Marvels have made that haven't been, obviously the top of their heap.
Captain
No
Marvel.
one, crucifies them over. It's like, damn, I wish that was better. And that's it, because there's so much other things that they've done right, and they take so many at bats, right?
Mhm.
So it's not
Mhm.
just that they have so many home runs. It's DC takes so much fewer at bats. So when they strike out and then they get on that, after the post game interview and say, "Yo, the fans are booing me. So
Yeah.
what do you want?"
DC will either bunt or strike
Wait,
out. They
Hold
hit no
up,
grand
it's
slam.
the fans' fault. Y'all suck.
Yeah.
Okay.
They bunt or strike out, bro. That's how DC
I
does.
just,
man.
but at the same time, though, I'm sitting here, and I'm still optimistic, and I'm still praising them for the attempts that they have made,
You're
regardless of
absolutely
how
right,
much they
Luminara.
basically fucked up, right? Regardless, what she say? It puts the baby oil on his skin and gets locked in the basement.
He puts the lotion
You
on
damn
his
right.
back.
He's gonna, and it's cold down in that basement. He's
It's
gonna walk
freezing
up to the
cold.
stuff, and
It's
that door's
freezing
not
cold.
opening.
But I got a heater, so I'm good. But this is
shit,
listen.
stupid,
This
bro.
is what I'm talking about, though. The problem is we still. Myself, I'm super optimistic. I'm optimistic like a motherfucker because I can't wait to see this film. I can't wait to dive in. I can't
Let
wait
me
to
tell you,
experience this shit.
all three
I
of you
cannot wait
guys
for it.
Are
And I'll be
big
here,
Batman
and if
fans.
it's great, I'm going to be saying I love
Yeah,
it. My
yeah,
points
all-
are not
Right.
mutually. My point. It's a separate point. I
Right.
can love this film, but still be mad we're not getting that. A DCEU Batman. You know what I mean?
But it's like-
Because I would be
But
so much
all
happy.
three
Like,
of
if
y'all
they-
are Batman fans, so you're
You know what I
gonna you'll be satisfied.
And-
Trust me.
Also, WB should be happy we're so upset. You know what's worse than
Mhm.
being upset? Apathy. We
Mhm.
didn't care because who fuck cares about this film?
Yeah.
They fucked up so
Right,
many times. Who
right.
cares?
That's how I went
That's
in,
when they're
bro.
in trouble.
That's
when
how
they're in trouble.
I watched
But
it.
we're
like,
all passionate about
Mhm.
this IP. We all love DC.
mhm.
We don't just
Mhm.
love Marvel. We're mad at DC and we're mad at Warner Brothers because we
Mhm.
want them to win too.
We want
So,
them to
when I
win.
bitch-
That's the
when I
thing is
bitch
we
about
want
Batman
them to
films,
win.
When I bitch about Batman films, it's because I've been reading Batman since I was fucking 10 years old. I want it
Right.
to be
Likewise.
incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, Jason, you got to see it early. You got to see it for free.
Yes, sir.
Will you go back and will you pay to see it again in the theaters before it's done?
Yeah, I'll add to the pot. Yeah, definitely, because I feel that I had to renege because I said that it would suck. I didn't give it a chance. Y'all was here. We did a show.
Yeah.
What, a
I have
couple
a
like a
hell
month
of a
or
lot
two
more
ago?
confidence in this
about
than
it.
I do in Sony and Morbius. I'll tell you that.
Brendan's always positive when it comes to films. I'm not. I'm just. This is how I am. I'm not. If it's something that I think they're not giving a chance, and I won't.
And that's respected, bro.
That's
because
just- I don't change.
I respect
That's how
that.
I am.
The thing is,
But
we can't
after seeing it-
sit on this panel and fucking agree.
And say we don't make mistakes.
We can't sit on this panel and all agree.
Yeah.
I just basically happen to sit in a space where I see both
Mm-hmm.
sides because I'm gonna tell you, don't think that I don't get pissed with Marvel because I do.
Oh yeah, plenty.
I do because they
We already
missed.
know.
I'm
We've
telling
had
you,
that discussion
they
already.
missed opportunities after
Big time.
opportunities,
Big
and I
time.
think now they are batting cleanup with Doctor
Yeah.
Strange and the Multiverse of
Yeah,
Madness.
they're gonna
I think they are
mess up.
trying to course
They're gonna
correct.
fix everything.
Exactly, because
Yep.
they have fucked up on a level. But with saying that, I understand.
You
why.
watch Black Panther show up
Why?
in
It's
Multiverse of
because
Madness
they
too.
can only do what they
I
could with
bet.
what they have because they didn't have every IP. They still weren't approved for Fox when they did Endgame. They weren't.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
So they
Yeah.
didn't have that playground. They couldn't
Yeah.
play around. So of course, and on top of that, they didn't have Universal's blessing about the Hawk. So they had to give
Oh,
us.
they just got free for that.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like now, we're going to see a totally different direction, and there's going to be course correction. But what Marvel did so masterfully is the simple fact that they took their time and created cohesive stories, one after another, building up to something that was huge. DC, you had the same opportunity when you basically gave us Man of Steel, but you fucked up and gave us Batman versus Superman right after.
With
That was a fuck
Man
up.
of Steel too. Right.
With no man, well,
Right.
even and then we've talked about it. Give us Man of Steel. Give us a Batman film. Give us Wonder Woman. Give us a daggone Aquaman. Give us a Flash. Then give us BVS. Then base, because you've called that division, that separation. Then give us
Right.
Justice
You could have had all them connect after all them films were done. They all would have connected.
Boom.
You had plenty of time.
boom.
That
All
wasn't,
the
that
years
wasn't
you
even
wasted.
necessary. That,
No, but I'm saying you could have
Justice
had
League-
those films to connect them. They
could have
wasted
even done
mad
it
years
backwards,
on
though.
bullshit, bro.
They could have even done it backwards, though. Justice League
Yeah,
was
true.
an animated movie that
True.
introduced them all at the same time.
Right.
Then they could have split off and did solo films
Right,
after. So
right.
it's kind of like you took their blueprint and didn't do it with what
At
they
least
did,
do it
and you didn't do
backwards.
your own thing. You just
Right.
kind of fumbled around.
That's
So
what.
whatever Marvel's doing when they make mistakes, and they make mistakes, I feel like
Yeah.
it's an intention of they're trying harder. They're trying to make everything cohesive and make it work. I feel like DC is afraid to fail.
I'll definitely say, bro, with this one, I definitely can say I messed up on that one because this one it's a good film. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like Colin Farrell is a beast. That's all I'm gonna tell you, dog. He's
Okay,
ahead
so
And
I don't
he's
even
getting
want. I
his
don't
own
want
HBO
you to.
series too. So
I don't want
Oh,
you
he
to
is?
tell me about.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
he is. He's getting his own series
No.
on HBO Max.
bro.
HBO Max.
Yeah,
they're doing
HBO Max.
They're doing
The
a series
Penguin?
in Gotham, and he's
Yeah.
like one of the central figures.
Yeah,
Oh, when did they say? Oh, I
They
missed
said
that.
this
They-
like
they announced
months
that,
ago.
like, a year ago. Like that it's been
For
in the works.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, he deserves it, bro. He deserves it.
He said he like put the prosthetics on and everything, and went out like shopping and like went into like coffee
You
shops and
don't
stuff
know
to see
it's
if anybody
him.
would recognize him. Yeah.
You don't know it's him. You don't. That's why I think he was so free in this one because his face wasn't there. It's like you don't see him at all, bro. Like his face is totally gone, bro.
Dude,
like
people sleep on how good an actor that he really is
What?
because of like his early
Yeah.
career. But
yeah.
he's like
yeah.
he's. I mean, watch that. That he's hilarious in that Guy Ritchie movie, The Gentleman. You like watch.
Oh
that,
yeah.
And you watch one of his old school movies that was like
Shit,
Vietnam
Miami
movie,
Vice.
Tigerland. Yep.
Yeah.
Miami
Watch,
Vice.
like,
That was the only one I
he-
think that he did okay in was Miami Vice. Was like the only Colin
He
got to
was
get
good
on.
in True Detective too.
True
Yeah,
Detective
yeah.
was awesome. That was good
that.
too.
And like I said,
But-
watch Tigerland early in his career, man.
But him and Batman, bro, I was like, this kid, he's gonna get an Oscar or something. They're gonna nominate him for something. He need to get nominated for something. Like I think he outdid Batman and Catwoman, bro. Like that's just my opinion. Like he was a beast. So you're gonna be pleasantly surprised.
He's a big
I
part
can't
of the hype
wait.
for it.
I can't wait to go see
Vinny, this is the
Oh.
Batman that you want to, bro. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna love the movie, man. So
I hope because I'm actually in the theaters with Vinny when we go see it. So
y'all
I'm
going
hoping
the
it
same
is.
day?
You
Oh, that's
going
what's
Friday
up.
or Thursday?
Yeah, we're going Thursday
Thursday.
night around
We're going
7.
Thursday.
So yeah, we'll be in
Yeah,
the
we're
same
doing a day
theater.
before, bro, because Friday night everybody gonna have it out. Everybody gonna have it out on Saturday morning. Might as well go Thursday.
Yep.
So
I'm
Yeah.
going
Friday
Thursday
gonna be
at
terrible.
3:00 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, you
we're
going
going
early
at-
too? That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Thursday early. Yeah, because
Yeah, we're going definitely at 7 o'clock to kind of knock it out. To get that out of the.
Make sure to
Spectrum
go
and
to
just-
the bathroom before, man, because it's gonna be a bladder test.
it's
I think I'm gonna just
3
skip all the
hours,
trailers.
bro.
I'm gonna just try to skip all
Thank
the
God I
trailers
can
and just hang out in the
pause.
bathroom until they're done.
Yeah, bro. It's
Are you
3,
serious,
dude.
bro?
Bring you a cup. Bring you a cup.
You
If you don't want to get up.
you just gonna walk out on the balcony and just stand there the
Yeah.
You know
entire
what?
time.
I might like
Get you a
when,
Gatorade
you know how
bottle,
it's
dump
always
it out.
like 8 trailers. It's always like 8 trailers. So like after the 4th trailer, I'm gonna be like, nah, there's still 4 more trailers to go. I'm gonna go pee now.
Yep. Get you a Gatorade bottle. Do an army bathroom. Gatorade
Yeah.
bottle.
Anyway,
You just tie the hose, to your junk, and you just run it down your pant leg, man, and then you
Army
got a
bathroom.
Get
bottle
over
like
it.
that.
Get
Gatorade.
over it. You ain't gonna miss another movie to go tell the usher. You can tell him after the movie.
you ain't gonna you ain't gonna unless
Boy, stupid, bro.
unless you got it.
You're gonna
Unless
use a bottle that's like Gatorade or something. You
You gotta use
with the
Gatorade- you
water.
gotta use it
Don't-
with the fat
don't
mouth.
use like
You can't.
narrow.
Yeah, no.
No, I need a Gatorade
Nobody's
bottle.
aim is that good.
You gotta use the fat mouth.
Nobody's aim is that good.
No.
Yeah.
Gatorade
You gotta
bottle.
use Gatorade.
Saved my
Bro,
life a few
motherfuckers.
times.
Yeah.
If
Gatorade
you're
bottle.
using this, you
Motherfucker.
best bring some wet naps
Listen.
and maybe a poncho for people that are sitting
Yep.
next to you.
I left a lot of pee bombs on the side of the road in Iraq. Them Gatorade
You
bottles
got have
right on
a
the
fat,
side of
fat
the road.
mouth.
Them
you got a
pee
fat
bombs.
mouth.
Yeah, you
Go
gotta be
to-
like, what
bombs.
that mouth do to the bottle.
Go to
Yeah.
the hood. Go to the
Yeah.
7-Eleven hood on 13th
Yeah.
Street. Get you
Yeah.
a fat
Get
mouth.
like 2 Gatorade bottles.
Exactly. There
Get
you
you
go.
a fat mouth. Be
Yeah,
accurate.
That,
Them
yeah,
pee bombs.
Yo.
that Swiss Miss.
Them pee
Anyway,
bombs.
Bring an empty one with you because whatever you drink, you will fill up more than you actually drank. If you drink a whole thing and then you think you're just going to be able, nope, it'll fill up. You got to bring
Yep.
one that's empty.
Charlie the Unicorn said pee bombs.
Pee bombs. I left them all over Iraq. Pee bombs.
Oh man, Renz Talentino movie hacks. Hey, listen, thanks everybody for coming tonight. It was a great show. This was a great discussion. We're going to be back here next Monday, full on spoiler
Yeah, we
discussion.
definitely gotta talk about
So
it.
y'all want to tune in because
if
we
you
gonna
ain't
probably
see it,
go wild.
Sorry for you.
I'm a re-edit the show.
Like, gonna be wilding on Monday.
And I'm entitled it Comic Book Talk with Friends, the first take edition.
First take edition.
Because that's how it is. Like
You
straight
gotta
up.
make
But
it-
no.
You gotta make
Huh?
a trailer for this episode called Just a Tip.
That's the tip.
Is she watching? Let me see. Let me make sure she's not.
You stupid,
She hasn't
bro.
said
Nah,
it, but
she
she
ain't-
probably
She chat
is. And,
earlier, but I haven't
she's-
seen
quiet,
her.
you in trouble.
Yeah, she was in the chat, but she dipped out. So we good. We good money.
Or
We got money.
she's been watching.
Yeah.
and
She got
she's
the
like,
oil
"I'm not even
already."
Gonna be in the chat.
Yo.
Yeah, when they
So-
when they
Wait for him to
quiet,
come up.
that's when you in trouble. When they quiet.
Y'all stupid.
So
when
listen.
they're real
That's what-
quiet.
If I don't make it tonight, if I get kicked out tonight, I know where I'm going. Mark 7, you ain't got nothing else to do, brother. I'm coming over the crib and I'm chilling with you. Mark 7, you got a couch, brother?
I can't
Mark
deal
7,
with
I
y'all,
know you
man.
out there, bro. If you out there, I got you, bro. I want the couch. But yeah, man.
deal with
Leo,
y'all.
send me them beats, motherfucker.
That's the rent. The beats.
Yeah.
That's the rent.
the beat.
Because
That's
you
the
might
rent.
have might have just locked yourself out of cheeks. So
Yeah, pay
Yo.
your
You get
way.
kicked out. You better get you a Gatorade bottle.
Straight up. Anyway, butt naked, what you got coming up, brother?
not much, man. I'm just gonna be going to see the movie on Thursday, and then I gotta drive down to Jersey for a wedding. So I'll be doing that, and then I'll be back up
Jersey.
here for and I'll be back up here for the show on Monday, talking about the movie.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty much just that, and banging out some client stuff before I hit the road, and reading some books.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna create the show tonight and just put it up and have it for Monday tonight. Have it ready because I'm not doing that shit late. 'Cause that's gonna be a full on spoiler talk.
Now the thing is though, so it's gonna be Thursday. You got to get through. It's what like 2 days, 2-3 days. So that's what like 40 live streams for you that you've got to get
Pretty
through
much.
without talking about
Pretty much.
talking about the movie.
Pretty much.
Good
Yeah,
luck
pretty
on
much.
that.
Pretty
That
much.
ain't gonna happen, bro.
Pretty much.
Monday gonna be a wild Monday on Monday. I know when y'all come back from the movie on Monday, especially Vinny, it's gonna be a wild Monday.
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it. I mean, it's like it's still Batman, so I definitely am there.
And then Brendan, the cinematography, gonna drive you nuts. You're gonna be, you're a
Greg
camera guy.
Fraser,
You're
man,
gonna,
he shot Rogue One. He's my favorite cinematographer out there right now.
yeah,
That's
you're
my
a
favorite
camera
cinematographer,
guy, bro.
so-
And yeah, this is a good one for a
Yep,
camera guy.
I can't
So
wait for everything about this looks good, from the cinematography, the color grading, the sound.
the
design,
colors,
everything
bro,
seems
are
like it's gonna be
the
great.
colors are dope. Yeah, the colors are dope.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Can't wait to see it. If you haven't already, man, subscribe to Butt Naked, aka Brendan Max Ever Collection, or Real Raleigh on Instagram. He has actually a OnlyFans too, where you do see the butt naked photos. So just stay tuned for that. Hey, Vinny, what you got coming up, man? What pieces do you got coming up? Yo, Vinny, you have to do a Catwoman, bro.
I'll probably,
Especially this one if they make her, bro.
I'll
Yeah,
probably
to do
see
that.
what in this film is gonna, scratch that, artist itch. I'm
What you
working
gonna buy? A
on.
Peacemaker figure?
No, I'm working on a
Damn,
mural
man.
now
Yes,
that
it's
is
whack.
going to take probably a couple more
Take
weeks
up-
because it's that detailed. So I'm working on like a huge pain in the ass project now, and I've been putting it off for. I'm not even gonna say this winter. I've been putting it off for like a few years. I've had the idea for this joint, and I'm really excited for it. It's gonna take a minute till I can finish it because I'm probably going to like run away this week and go to AC, and I always do that during the winter, and it's about to be spring and back to work, so I'm trying to dip out for a minute and just
You and the missus.
I'm leaving her here to guard the room while I go down there and recruit in Jersey. So
That's crazy.
so yeah, and then I'll be back in time, of course, for Thursday, and that'll be fun. And then I'm gonna like roll up the sleeves and try to really dive in and get that done. So I'm really excited to share that with everybody. So other than AC and Batman at the end of the week, that's basically what's been going on with me. So I can't wait. It's going to be a lot more to discuss, and I'm definitely looking forward to what inspires me from this film because, like I said, it looks fucking beautiful. So I can't even front. I can't even front. The stills have been right up my alley.
It's a lot of visuals,
art direction and color palette and cinematography and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely, any problem I have with this film has nothing to do with those technical, things that they're going to be giving us. So I'm definitely looking forward to that part. So
I'm excited, bro. I'm definitely excited because I know they're going to give us some heat. So I can't wait.
Plus, it's she definitely looks like what Catwoman has looked like for the past decade, at least from Darwin Cook on. So she definitely looks like her. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, she kills it, bro. She kills it, though.
Yeah. Definitely. Jedi Kid, bro, what you got going on, man? What you got going on, brother? But aside from the simple fact that you promised that you would be on
I was about to say
Friday,
that.
Figure Flex. Okay.
That's working. I'm getting some pictures done for Friday for this week for you. I'm scared to mess with Gambit, bro. Like I said, he's in the box. But I took off the first hands and put on the charged ones. Yeah. Dog, I did not know, bro. Like it's hard as hell if you don't heat it up. Dog.
You gotta heat that shit up, or you'll break the wrist pegs.
Yeah, I don't know why they designed that junk like that, man. I don't like that design, bro. With the cloth on top of the peg.
Yeah,
that's real whack to me. Everything else in the figure is perfect.
Too. They did it for Darth Maul. Like, yeah, it's just it's a poor design choice. Like every company just has to stop doing it.
Yeah. And the wire in the jacket is pretty decent. I thought it was like
dope as fuck.
Flimsy at first when I started messing with it. Like, oh, this a hole. Like, okay,
Did you order the sideshow version as well?
I don't know, man. I can't get past them ears, dog.
I'm not doing that shit. I was just wondering if you did it.
Nah. I saw Justin do it.
It's not just the ears though. The face, like the head sculpt itself,
the belly button and everything, and
the belly button and the armor is weird. But if you look at the hair that's supposed to be like the windswept hair, just look at it. It's just like
it's like an ice cream cone
sitting on his head.
Yeah, like an ice cream cone, bro. I'm
it's
like,
not windswept. It's just like
yeah. It's like poop on his head. Like I don't know. Justin got it. I mean, he likes it, but I don't know about that one. That one's whack. I mean, them ears I can't get past the ears.
I'm definitely not getting that one.
It's like Dumbo. But they got the only thing that one has over ours is the jacket might last longer because the material they made it out of that was like suede.
Mm-hmm.
Like a suede.
It's like a micro suede. To be honest, I don't think I think people are overestimating how long that jacket from the sideshow one is going to last.
Really?
That type of material, like
Mm-hmm.
think about it, like you gotta, if you have like a good quality suede, you gotta
Mm-hmm.
take
Mm-hmm.
care of it. If it's not a good
Yeah, true.
quality,
Yeah.
that shit will deteriorate just as easily as like a pleather or something like that. Plus, the other thing
Mm-hmm.
though is that Sideshow doesn't always do the best stitch work, and the
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
stitching all along that material, I guarantee you, some people are gonna have problems with
You think it's
that.
gonna mess up?
Whereas
Mhm.
Yeah.
the material for that jacket, it's the
Mm-hmm.
same basic material that like the Spider-Man Noir that So Toys made that I've got. That still is looking pristine.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
They've
yeah.
used it before on other figures,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I mean nothing lasts forever, but I think
Mm-hmm.
people are overestimating how long that Sideshow one's gonna
Yo,
last. I think this one will last longer.
on Figure Flex Friday, Lyle said, I'm loyal to no company, to none, Hot Toys,
No, it's the
whatever.
best
But
design, best
Yeah.
as
design.
long as you make a good figure, I'm in. I'm all in, bro. Like this
Yeah.
Gambit is like probably figure of the year for me. I think.
Yeah.
I
It's
think it's
dope as
their
fuck.
best work. I think it's
It's
the
dope
Yeah,
as
best
fuck.
work
bro.
like
And
So
I
Toys has
hope they
done.
do. You think they're gonna do a Wolverine? I heard they're doing a
I
Rogue.
don't.
They
I don't know.
might.
They're
Rogue
doing a
is
rogue.
supposed to be the next X Men
Yeah, they're doing a
figure that they
rogue.
do.
Rogue.
They're doing a rogue. But
They should
yeah,
do
I don't. I don't think.
a storm too, man.
I don't know.
I'm hoping that Storm and Jean
The
are coming
Bishop,
after.
Jean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Bishop would be cool. But I think they're
You think
going
it'd be
with
like
that kind
too
of
big?
that specific combo, that specific iteration. So
Uh,
like that team, we'd be looking at Storm and Beast would
oh,
be
Storm
like probably the
Beast,
next two.
Jubilee.
So
Yeah,
I'm hoping that it's those. I don't think they're gonna do like Wolverine and Cyclops because like
hmm
Sideshow's already done those, and I think they're
yeah.
Yeah.
just gonna like fill out the line with other ones that Sideshow's not doing.
hmm
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's the best work that So has done so far. So,
Yeah, that's the
but
best
they
one, bro.
also they've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline because like we said, I mean they're doing Rogue, but
hmm
they've got Bloodsport that they're working on. Um,
Oh
that
yeah, 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 yeah,
right,
yeah. I
they've got
saw that.
Bloodsport,
Yeah,
they've
yeah.
got
They just
Kingpin, they've
released that
got
Kingdom Come Superman. They revealed
That
that.
Kingdom Come.
Superman,
Yep.
I'm getting that. I'm
They've
getting
Yeah.
that.
and then they also have what like the Jason Todd Robin
You
the
saw somebody that's doing the Punisher man. They calling it. Is that so or is that Toys Era?
no, I don't. I think that's another third party that
Yeah.
is like a custom thing. But then they also
It
have
looked pretty good though.
Batwoman. They've got Red Hood.
Yeah,
They've
Red
got like
Hood. Yeah,
they've got a shit ton
Superboy.
of stuff that they're working on.
hmm
Plus, they
All
said they're
right.
doing a Shazam from the first movie. So
Oh,
there's a
they are.
lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple things coming. Let me address this chat real quick, and then
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
get out of here
Yes, sir.
real quick. But if you haven't already, follow the Jedi Kid at Master GT, Master Sergeant. I'm sorry,
That's me.
on Instagram. So definitely you want to do that and check out those figures because he got some heat over there. And if you haven't already, come on, man, subscribe to the One Sip Scale YouTube channel. Where we bring you some content over here. We bring you some love. We show you some love over here. So come on, man. Of course, we have Say What on Wednesday, but we
Figure
won't be
Flex
back
Friday.
until Figure Flex Friday, and actually back here on Sunday for Take Your Position. And then, yes, the spoiler talk and spoiler discussion of the Batman next Monday. So
Monday's
stay tuned
gonna
for
be
that.
crazy.
But yeah, let me actually go ahead and quickly address the chat real quick because I know y'all people out there, y'all ready to, wind it down and me too. But yes, I'm gonna address y'all real quick. Vinny, come on, I got you, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. I got you, bro. Don't think I wasn't gonna do it, bro. Anyway, let me just basically go ahead and address the chat
Go.
real quick.
Rockwell Rum.
Let me solo real quick so everybody can see. I see Butch. I see single songwriter. I see Daryl Smith. I see the Ben Cave. I see Daryl Smith again. Prince Talentino. We got Tobar. I see Charlie the Unicorn. I see single songwriter. I see who else? We got Cold Pizza. I see Mark 7, The Issue. I see Oaf Skywalker. Prince Talentino again. Sean Smith. I see DK. I see Chess Verdon in the building. I see Prince Talentino. Christopher Bouchard in the building. Max Geek Benjamin's
This
in
is
the
just
building.
disturbing.
We got SpongeBob Square Balls in the building. Who else we got in the building? We got OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars in the building. Who else did we got? We got Luminar was in the building. I know I saw Luminar in the building. She's always in the building and she supports well. Who else we got? One Pouch Man is in the building. We got Sean Smith. Thank you for coming through, man. Who else we got? We got quite a few. Iron Logan, my guy, Iron Logan. Thank you for coming around and being a part of it tonight. Loco Lou, my man Killer Cam was in the building. Thank you for coming through. Hector V. Who else we got? Vibes in the building. Malika Mabane, thank you for coming through, my man. Oh, who else we got in here? Braden, Sean Smith, Vibes, Two Tears in a Bucket. Bucket was in the building. Didn't think I was gonna see that or say that. Hector V. Who else we got? Thizlamic is in the building. Thank you for coming through as always. Who else we got? Man, we got quite a few in here. If I don't mention y'all, best believe you're here and I love you. We got 16 Fix in the building. Thank you for coming through. We have who else? Fig Fate was in the building. Thank you for coming through. Who else we got? I said Loco Lou, my guy Loco Lou. Let's see who else was here. Who else was here? Braden. Let's see who else, man. I think in Cam's collection, yes, Cam, we got you, man. If I haven't said your name, again, thank you for coming through, everybody, and being a part of it. My guy, Bob Dylan, he said that rant was legendary. Just the tip. Yeah, buddy, just the tip. You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is. But yeah, thank you for coming through. I am going to get in trouble tonight. I already know that. So if I'm sleeping on somebody's couch, best believe you better make room because your boy is coming through. But yes, thanks
just a tip to pull out.
Just a tip to pull out,
Couch.
definitely.
That's it.
So yes, thanks
Let me get
everybody
it.
for coming through and being a part of this. And stay tuned again. We got to come back next Monday because it's going to be spoiler talk. Definitely spoiler talk. And yes, tune in this Friday. Figure Flex. If you are actually figure collectors, you want to actually hashtag Figure Flex Friday so we can feature your flex live on the show on Friday. So come through and just be real. But yes, thanks everybody for coming through. Until next time, man, we love y'all. And if you're going to see the Batman, remember, if you see it earlier than everybody else, don't spoil it until next week. Please do not spoil it until next week, because that's what we're going to do. But anyway, thank you guys for coming and being a part of it. We love y'all, and we will see y'all again next week. Let's go.
Don't say nothing.